nobody wanted this. Nobody wanted this, right? But it's what we got. We got two hobbled quarterbacks. Trey Lance broke his ankle slash foot second week of the year. We make it to week 12 or week 13, and Jimmy Garoppolo breaks his. Now it's Brock Purdy time. It's nobody wanted this. This isn't the script. You are 8-4. You're in first place. You're controlling your own destiny, and with this defense, there's a lot that's still there. And I keep going back to this thought in the back of my head. The 49ers can make the playoffs with Brock Purdy. Like that's not too much of a concern. We're 8-4. I have been screaming with the NFC and kind of where everything is right now. You get to 10 wins, you're probably going to be in there. You're probably going to get in. So, you look at the 49ers schedule, right? You've got 5 games left in the regular season. You got Bucks, Seattle, Commanders, Raiders, Cardinals. You got to get 2. If you get 3, guaranteed. You get to 11 wins, guaranteed. Now, which wins, if you only win 2, but if those 2 games are against the Seahawks and Commanders, well, then you're going to be in. Because right now, those are the last 2 teams, whenever you look at the wild card and all that stuff, obviously the Seahawks in our division. You got to get 2. You got to get 2. So, Brock can get you into the dance. Can he bring you home the Super Bowl? Man, I don't think that's a legitimate conversation at this point. And I'm not trying to throw shade on Brock. I like Brock. But how many of you guys honestly believe that this team is good enough that Brock Purdy can win a Super Bowl? Because that's your goal. The problem is, let's say you answer no to that question. Well, what else are you going to do? Trade deadlines passed, all that kind of stuff. It hurts. Matthew says, can Purdy be a Trent Dilfer type quarterback complement to our D? Work for the Ravens. Dilfer was good. We just don't know. Like, that's probably the best way to say it. Now, we do have some awesome quotes. Juan's amazing. He got all these to us. He was out partying with us. So, let's do this. Let's start with Kyle Juszczyk. Plenty of faith in Purdy.
A lot. Brock, I think, has played a lot of football, and you can tell. Just the way that he plays the position. He has a savviness to him. He has an understanding. He has a confidence to him. And I thought he did a really good job today in the huddle, just kind of, commanding everyone's respect and getting the plays in and out and just delivering some confident passes out there. So I think we can definitely still do some things with Brock.
And so, sorry guys, my voice, it's funny. Clayton, who, man, it was awesome partying with him this weekend. It was cool. Clayton and I never met in person, so this was our first time hanging out. Had a great time. He's in our private chat. He's like, hang in there, man. Yeah, the voice. We had a good time, man. We partied pretty hard for back-to-back days. It was incredible. All the people that came out, man. Shot Jay, we got to meet the ever amazing Shot Jay and his girl. They were incredible. He says if you get the chance, go to the 49ers Rush road trip. He got to take part. It was such a good time, man. We had the family together. All the people that were able to help was incredible. Shout out to Marquise and his wife. They were on the grill. We had tacos, we had drinks, we had it all. And yeah, man, we were partying hard, which is awesome, and celebrated. It was a weird game to celebrate because you did just dismantle a very quality opponent in the Dolphins. But I kept saying over and over again, this was one of the most high energy games that I can remember being a part of in a long time. And I go to a lot of games. It was just fun, which is weird to say when Jimmy Garoppolo gets carted off in the first quarter. But when Brock Purdy came in, it was awesome. It was awesome. Mosquito Killer, we got to hang out with him in Atlanta. He had a great time out there as well. Man, we had a good time. It was awesome. Now, let's stick with hearing from the players, because now, what is a player going to say at a press conference when they ask about Purdy? I get it, but try to find stuff that kind of helps understand what this team sees in him. Here's Nick Bosa.
It's hard to tell in practice, but whenever he's gotten a shot in preseason, he looked like he had some dog in him. I love his mindset. He's super tough. He's not afraid to make mistakes. He gets playmakers the ball, so he's our guy now. So we got to roll.
He's our guy now. So we got to roll. There's no trade deadline. That's not a thing. Daryl, what's up, my friend? He said, thank you for the gift in the super chat. He says, good grief. Talk me off the ledge. Man, I don't know. Jimmy was awesome. There's no doubt about it. Like, he was playing his best ball. You know, the the place that I go back to and probably the most like upset or, like emotional is like, I hate when people have kind of like rebounded and fought through stuff. And Jimmy has. He's fought through so many damn injuries. And he was finally putting it all together. Literally, the day of the game, they came out and said, oh, 49ers and Jimmy are open to working something out long term. Wayne, he was the first one that told me about it. And I was like, man, he is playing great, but like, he's got to stay healthy. We got to see how long he can stay healthy. And one quarter, ah, Purdy is not intimidated by the moment. Yeah, you're right. He steps in there, man. He's fearless. There's no doubt about it. I in my notes from our draft write-up that we did, this is before we drafted him. I put competitor that thrives in short to intermediate range, not a powerful arm, has improved since his freshman year, but not near as much as everybody hoped. That's just kind of who he is. And Adam Peters, after the draft, said, quote, Shanahan loves how he takes a hit and stays in the pocket. He's not somebody that's going to get rattled. Again, 46 consecutive career starts, 19 rushing touchdowns. Like, this dude, he's a big deal, man. And my athletic comp for him was Nick Mullins, and he reminded me of Brett Ripien. Like, those aren't, make you feel amazing comparables. But whenever you look at the numbers and the 40-yard dash and arms and all that stuff, he's small. He's 6 foot. He's a smaller guy. And his athletic measurables, not going to do anybody any good. But quarterback's all up in the head. How is he going to respond to getting all the number one reps in practice? Well, he responded pretty damn good just getting thrown in there. We look at just his stats. He's pretty damn good. He threw the ball 37 times. Like, that's a lot of passes. 25 of 37, 210 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 3 sacks. His QBR was 57. Look, anything over 50, that's above average. That's all you need. 88 quarterback rating, like passer rating. Can he do this? Can he just do what he did? He doesn't have to get better, right? He doesn't have to get better. And look at this from Swaggle. Swaggy J, what's up? He says, with this team and weapons we have, we need someone fearless to throw the ball to our weapons. Maybe what we're missing for this offense to complete it. You put up 33 points. Now, we had 3 points. It was 7-3 when Jimmy got hurt, I believe. I think that's correct. 30 of the points came from, actually, you had the interception or the fumble return by Dre Greenlaw. So 23 points. That's a lot of points consistently that he put up as the quarterback, right? And so, man, if you're just going to kind of turn them loose, you just got to turn them loose. And somebody said this, in the chat, just get it to the playmakers. Well, some 49ers agree with you here.
Yeah, no, I tried to watch for the most part. I'm so locked in on what we got to do defensively, on the sideline, just kind of making adjustments. But for the most part, I think he did a great job just getting the ball where it needed to be, pressure in his face, delivering the football. And, like I mentioned, he doesn't have to do too much, just be himself and let the playmakers do their thing.
It's simple in the fact that, somebody brought up Trent Dilfer. That wasn't a great offense. Their running game was amazing. So the 49ers do have a lot of those things built in. You have a great defense. You have so many playmakers. you don't have to throw the ball deep. Like, he didn't complete one pass over 20 yards, which, usually Jimmy never does, right? Like, just let him check it down. He's fearless, and you're going to have turnovers. Like, that is the thing. The guys I were sitting with, we had a great time. Really appreciate it, guys. But like I kept saying, like, he's going to put the ball in jeopardy. And you saw that, with the across his body to Brandon Ayuk, almost got picked off. He got pass interference call on it. But like, he's going to put the ball in some situations, which is rough. From Mr. Carver, he said, would it be enough for us if Purdy can just be a game manager? Right. Okay. So, like, again, can he win games? Yeah. We're favored next week against freaking Tom Brady, which is crazy. But can you beat teams like the Chiefs, the Eagles, right? The Dallas Cowboys, with these teams that can put up a lot of offensive production? Nobody can tell you that for sure. I mean, yeah, we just wiped the floor with the Dolphins, but they don't have a good defense. Tampa Bay's got a pretty damn good defense. What is that going to look like? You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think we'll have to kind of wait and see. Now, right here, Daniel says next week versus Tampa, quarterbacks drafted 199, and I think it was 262, not 259. Am I wrong on that? Because I think we had the extra picks because of all the minority hires. I think it was 262. Can somebody look that up? So cool. I got thumbs up from Clayton, the man behind the scenes. So, but yeah, it's crazy. Just the idea of getting your very first start versus Tom Brady is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's a thing. That's just where I fell in the draft. I'm very thankful that I got drafted, but I've always had confidence and belief in myself that I could play this level, especially through the preseason games and then the times that I've gotten in the game. It's football, and I played 4 years as a starter in college. So in terms of 11 on 11 and speed and all that kind of stuff and seeing the game, I've had that kind of experience. But to get in and play and now starting next week and whatnot, it's something I've always looked forward to, and I've honestly told myself that it's going to happen. So here we are.
The 49ers Rush Podcast.